The number of teens living with an adult struggling with addiction here in Colorado is on the rise. That's according to a survey recently conducted by a local organization that works to prevent substance abuse among our youth.
The survey found those youth are twice as likely to have recently misused substances compared to just a quarter of teens who reported that 2 years ago. I talked with a young woman who turned her struggles into giving back. Life for 23-year-old Sedona Moreno Castellan is much different now than it was 10 years ago. Now married with a baby. At the age of 13, Sedona was taking over-the-counter pills.
They used to be called triple C's.
Which led Sedona down a negative path until...
It wasn't until actually getting expelled and arrested that I started to understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling.
She realized using was connected to mental health struggles, a lack of connectedness to her community, and trusted adults, which is where Rise Above Colorado comes in, an organization that promotes healthy youth behavior and preventing substance misuse.
Something that we're seeing really notably this year is that household use and folks struggling with addiction is much higher than it was 2 years ago.
Stats show 2 in 5 youth say someone in their home is struggling with substance use disorder, compared to 1 in 4 youth 2 years ago. Kent McLennan blaming a large part in the increase on the pandemic.
As a result, we've seen an increase in use for those young people. They're using it kind of twice the rate of other youth that don't have that challenge. Whether we're modeling that intentionally or not, the ripple effects that we have on our youth is significant.
But one of the positive takeaways from the survey,
despite use going up a little bit, is that young people aren't overestimating use of their peers as much as they were a couple of years ago.
A big misconception Littleton High School sophomore Allison Dame says a lot of teens have and aren't using substances as much as people think they are.
If teens are more educated and if they know that their peers aren't using as much as they think they are and they have the right conception about that, then they're actually less likely to do it themselves.
Dame got involved with Rise Above Colorado to help spread awareness and positive messaging, like this mural on South Broadway in Denver. As for Sedona Moreno Castellan, she turned her pain into positivity by helping youth through Denver Health's Eye for Prevention program.
You are not alone, and that you do have the resiliency and strength, and also to know that others can support you.
Now, to give you a little more context, this comes as Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser says concern is still relatively high among teens getting their hands on counterfeit pills laced with fentanyl. The AG says youth are being exposed to these pills at parties. He says they often look like Xanax, but says one pill can kill, saying the key here is not sobriety, but connection.
A big reason that programs that are group programs, help in recovery, is communities can support one another. Part of what we need now from parents, from community members, is people checking in on one another. Are you okay? Right now, people's mental health is strained.
In the early part of next year, Weiser says his office will be working on a major youth awareness effort. He says he also plans on building more treatment recovery programs across the state.
That's very needed. All right.